Hello and welcome back with me, Admiral. Joining me back on Star Trek Fleet Command. So joining me on the bridge today, we are going to be talking about patch 41 or the Arc of the lower decks. We're going to be doing this pretty quickly because I did do it yesterday, but I had to take that video down unfortunately due to complications, let's just say. So yeah, going into patch 41. They've got a few new things which we want to look into here. So we're getting a new ship, which is the USS Cerritos. We're getting new below deck officer abilities, which I'll talk about in game. We're getting a starship free tree, which I'll show in game. 25 new missions, and 3 new lower deck officers and 13 new avatars. So this ship is the USS Cerritos. So this is a ship that I've been not particularly talking about the name of the ship or the ship itself, but I've been talking about the ability of the ship for about a year now, which is the support ability and having that capability to support your alliance and your fleet, whatever you're trying to do during territories, whether it be during territories or whether it be outside of territories. It's something that I've been trying to get in the game for probably about a year now. Whether they listen to me on my videos or whether they don't, I've certainly been talking about it. Whether this was in their plans, it certainly wasn't in the road ahead last year, nor was it at the start of this year. So I'm only guessing they might have picked it up from either the community or myself. So yeah, the ship itself has to be built from level 36 onwards. Again, I'll show you in game more detail about the ship. Going down, you get 3 new officers. The 3 new officers in question is Mariner, however you say a name. They don't have bridge abilities, as this is lower deck, so they don't have bridge abilities, but they do have lower deck abilities and officer abilities. So you're getting her, you're getting Bomler, and then you're getting Badgie as well, which is the holo deck program. New missions, which we won't really go into. You're getting a battle pass, which we can't go into. Getting a bunch of new avatars, new frames, improvement, bug fixes, so on and so on. So let's jump into game and I'll show you more in detail about the ships and stuff. So the ship itself is a very cool looking ship. I actually really do like the design of the ship. I did say this yesterday, but like I say, that video has come down. But the design of the ship is actually quite nice. It's quite refreshing. It's quite vibrant in colours. And yeah, it's a nice looking ship. I do want to get it personally. So yeah, we're going to try and work towards getting this ourselves. You can get 50 shards if you buy the battle pass, the elite version one. You can get 50 shards from the battle pass itself. So just bear that in mind. It's pretty decent, 50 shards. And then obviously you'll get the other 50 from somewhere else, unknown at this present moment in time. So yeah, that is the ship itself. And then if you go to the officers, we've got obviously the new officers, which are, so you got Badgie here. They're quite easy to spot because they are obviously cartoon animated. So you got Badgie there, you got Brad Bomler there, and you have the Epic, which is there, Beckett Mariner. Very, very hard to say a name. So yeah, so they're the 3 new officers. I'm going to show you the below deck ability. So it's kind of I don't know, it's kind of cool, kind of a weird thing. So this is the below deck ability thing here. So if you click that, there's no assigned obviously below deck at the moment because we have no officers that have that lower deck ability at the moment. So all they do they will go into your ship obviously, and they will enhance your ship in whatever their lower deck ability is, and it will show up here, and that's obviously then directly impacting your actual bridge abilities as well. So your bridge abilities are obviously have their own sort of meanings and own things, and then your lower decks will bolster their abilities as well, and you'll obviously be able to put lower deck stuff obviously in specific slots, specific orientation, specific ships to try and get the best out of it, obviously from bridge to lower deck. I'm hoping that they introduce some more lower deck abilities across the characters we already have in game, because there's a lot of characters in game that we 1000% will not ever use on the bridge, and we would only ever put them in the lower deck. And I would like to see them have abilities as well, so that they make them more viable and there's more options to go around with these lower deck abilities. That'll come with time though, I would imagine, and hopefully that is in the works, but we will have to wait and see, because I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, that's the lower deck ability, the ship, and then the battle pass itself. As you can see here, it's a very generic battle pass, other than the fact that you get obviously You get half the shards pretty much for Badgie if you go for the normal route, i.e. the non-paying route. As you get 14 there, you get 3 from the other one, adding up to a total of 17. So you only need 25, so you're just over halfway really of getting that. But as you can see here, if you go for the Elite Pass, you're going to get the USS Cerritos you're going to get 50 shards from completing the Battle Pass altogether, all the way to the end. You're going to get 50 shards. As you can see, you get 10 there, 15 there, and then 25 at the end. The rewards themselves are pretty the samey. You get 188 pretty much, 188 in tokens, and then you get 248 in uncommon 3-star, which I still think is pretty low, but you know, it is what it is. I still think they should stop the tier or the 3-star grind and put it to a 4-star / 5-star grind, but that is not yet to happen, so we'll have to wait and see in the future if that does occur. Other than that, we've got a few new things obviously within the game. As you can see, it's ticked over and I haven't done it as of yet, but we've got the Lieutenant exams, which we will discuss in the next video that's going to come today. As you can see, I've done all 10 of them, and I will only share half of them today, and then I'll share half of them probably 24 to 48 hours prior to the event finishing, just so that people can, you know, do it for themselves if they decide to want to do that. And then I will release obviously the answers for it before the end, so that you can get all of what you need if obviously you haven't got the answers there and then. So I don't want you to miss out on the rewards, you see, so we'll do that. Then we get the generic, obviously the overflow, which we've just talked about this before. I think it's stupid, to be honest, but it's there anyway in game. And then you got the new mission stuff in the event store itself. You've got obviously the missions, and then we've got these red shirt bowlers, which you need these token this duty shift tokens to get these rare officers, and you've got the ransom floating head as well. So yeah, that's what this new arc basically is all about. New features that they've added into the game. They've added like a little green icon here to say that you need to do your daily chest thing, for example, and then once you click it, it then goes, like I say, it stops glowing green. In terms of the tech tree itself, let's have a little quick gander at that a second. So the tech tree itself is a new tech tree, as you can see, called the Starships tech tree. And they've moved a lot of things around and stuff into this, and moved things they've just moved things around basically. But as you can see here, so you're going to get your discovery research that you've done, your Devore research, you've got all of your Swarm research, you've got your Vidar research, you've got your Franklin research, as I've said. And then you're going to go into obviously the amplifying weaponry, which you need these weird ass Culver particles, which you're going to need to collect basically, and then that increases support for the Cerritos. This is all for the Cerritos, so just bear that in mind. Tactical retreat increases warp range of the Cerritos. So this is all to do with the Cerritos directly, and may help other bits and bobs, you know, whilst you're obviously around other ships within your area of effect. But yeah, other than that, that's the new tech tree. They've moved, like I say, a couple of other stuff from the galaxy tree. They've squashed the galaxy tree because it kind of didn't really make sense to be in a galaxy tree. So they squashed that down, and they've moved all of that type of extra stuff or extra ship stuff to the starships themselves, and you can do that type of stuff in there now, which is, I think, a good change. As you can see though, it's starting to expand our tech tree sort of notation here, and we've got 2 more free slots to make it a full 9 slots, as it looks a bit lopsided now. So this needs to be filled, and hopefully they do that in the future. Other than that, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hopefully it's been useful, and I will see you next time. Bye bye for now.